At this time, I'd like to call up Mr. Eliezer Winehouse to present our final honor of the evening to Mr. Jeff Sachs.
Well, I'd first like to congratulate the Torah Center Marketing Department, if there is one, I don't know. Because this morning, when I was at morning services at HOC, I was just asking people, are you going to the dinner tonight? Going to dinner tonight? The answer I got from almost everybody was, of course I'm going. They're honoring Jeff Sachs. It was as simple as that. It was like, you couldn't even think of not going, because I would say almost everybody in this room probably owes a debt of gratitude for one thing or another, for something that Jeff helped them with, gave him his time, gave him his energy, whatever it is. We all appreciate and definitely owe him a debt of gratitude for all the stuff that he does that sometimes goes unnoticed. As a lot of you know, I'm in charge of the Eruv here in town. Briefly, an Eruv is a kind of a virtual boundary that helps ease some of the restrictions on the Sabbath. It's a thankless job for the most part, and I know that I could always count on Jeff to help me, whether it's an hour before Shabbos, whatever it is. It's like, Jeff, oh boy, here we go. All right, I'm coming. And it's never no. It's always rearranged schedule, even hockey, in order to help me fix the Eruv on a Friday afternoon, sometimes right before Shabbos. He doesn't want any credit for it. He doesn't want any financial recompensation for it. He just helps out. I mean, we could go down the list. If there's a Torah class that someone wanted to have, like one of these Torah classes that they stream from the East Coast, yeah, I'll do it in my house. Whether it's helping someone shovel out their car got stuck, oh, you call Jeff Sachs. Sure, no problem. Recently, I bought a couch off of Craigslist, so it was somebody's house here in South Bend. And my wife was like, how are you planning on getting it home? I was like, what do you mean? I'll borrow Jeff's truck. Like, did you ask him? No, but he'll give it to me. He always, no problem. That's Jeff Sachs. He does it quietly. He does it without asking for any honor, respect, thank yous, nothing. He just does what needs to be done and goes the extra mile and does it quietly and with a certain grace. Yeah, our greatest leader that the Jews ever have was probably Moshe Rabbeinu, Moses. And of all the ways that the Torah chose to describe his greatness, they don't say how wise he was, how much knowledge he had, how his great charisma, none of that. The one trait they focus on is that he was the most humble person ever. He didn't care about anything himself. He was our greatest leader, but he was also our most humble person ever. And I think that's Jeff Sachs. I'm going to end off with a story. Jeff, come on up here. Yes. This is probably one of the hardest things Jeff has ever done. And I can tell you that he's climbed 30-foot extension ladders over 4 lanes of traffic without any problem. No hard hat, no harness, nothing. There you go.
That's how I spend my Fridays.
Pretty much. And he always, at the end, anytime that we're doing anything with the Eruv, or anytime he's helping out, he always says the same thing. I always say, Jeff, thank you so much. I know it's ridiculous how much we take advantage of you. His response is always, no, thank you. Because you're the one that makes sure the Eruv is up. It's the least I could do to help out. That's the humility that we learned from Moshe Rabbeinu, and that's the humility that Jeff Sachs has. This Community Service Award is presented to Mr. Jeff Sachs, also known as Mr. Get the Job Done. For his continual dedication to the South Bend Jewish community, we're fortunate to have you as part of the Torah Center family. June 2011, Sivan 5771. Mazel tov. Jeff, by the way, the Arab is down in 2 places. I'll talk to you later.